Hello everyone! Still Tanzania, still Zanzibar, Stone Town, which is the capital of Zanzibar. By the way, Tanzania was called Tanganyika. According to one version, it was named after a river. There is indeed such a river Tanganyika, literally translated as deep waters. So the country was named the same. However, initially Zanzibar wasn't part of Tanganyika. It was a separate country. But then they united. So they took 10 from Tanganyika and then from Zanzibar. And that's how appeared Tanzania. Kind of symbol of union. Even though Zanzibar is that small and mainland Tanzania is almost twice bigger, the name Tanzania still represents them in 50-50 proportion. Now in Zanzibar they found big oil deposits on the shelf. And of course now Zanzibar wants to go separate. However, nobody is going to let it. Therefore, the oil lifting is not started yet, even though the oil itself is very good in quality and close to the surface. So situation is interesting. Moreover, Zanzibar is mostly Islamic, while Tanzania is mostly Christian. So they encounter the same religion contradictions, which we can relate so much. However, today we are talking not about it. We are talking about the place where the brightest of spinel is mined. It is Mahenge spinel. And by the way, my African expedition is about to finish. I've got 5 more videos more to share. Literally about everything. About Maasai, about weaponry, about Ngorongoro National Resort, and about gold. Yes, we were penning some gold as well. Now I go to Montenegro, where I need to close several real estate deals. Here the rain season is about to start anyway. So the roads will be washed off soon. All the workers will be gone home till the end of May, and all the mining will be stopped for a while. Sorry for noise, some work again. So let's start with intro about spinel, and then talk about the journey to Mahenge. Everything what you're going to see now is spinel, which is mined from the place called Mahenge, Tanzania. It has that neon-like glow and shines extremely bright. Along with that, it has a great variety of colors, from milky pink to burning red. And the red color may be with some pink hues, maybe just pure bright red, or so-called Jedi, with a bit orange hues. You may find attached links with very detailed info on spinel. What is it, what colors it has, the whole encyclopedia. The links are below the video. So such bright and vivid spinel is mined only in one place, Mahenge, Tanzania, nowhere else. Can you imagine? Only one spot in the whole world. The only one. It happened so this combination of pink colors became a brand. So people started to call all stone within such color range Mahenge. And with baby steps, Mahenge color in itself turned into a brand. This mine spot is quite new. It was found in 2004, but real mining began only in 2010. There were some diggings before, of course, but not in an industrial scale. Now they dig out about 3 to 4 fine stones per month. Meaning by fine stone, the one which is both bright and clean. Mahenge spinel always contains inclusions. So if there is no crack from the bottom to the top, it is good. So around 3 to 4 stones per month. These insects are eating me alive. So eventually Mahenge spinel became a brand for these neon-like shining pinky red color. But this has led to some misunderstanding, as many buyers, including me, started to think that Mahenge is the color, but it's not. It's the name of mine place. Therefore, many people are getting surprised when they send the stone to a laboratory for certification and see in the report something like reddish pink, or pinkish red, or reddish orange, or milky pink, etc. It happens because different laboratories have different color grading systems. So as I told many times before, if we send the same stone into 5 different labs, we'll get 5 different names for its color. It will be again reddish pink, or pinkish red, or reddish, whatever. It can also be considered to be vivid pink. However, remember, there is no such color Mahenge.
Самого такого цвета, именно махенги, цвета нету. Это месторождение, где есть довольно большая палитра. Вот их все можно называть, что...
The mine is quite big, so the color and hues may differ. Everything what you see now is Mahenge.
Это все махенги, да? Как бы такая ситуация.
They don't write Mahenge color in certificates. Just very few labs very recently started to indicate it like light pink can be considered Mahenge color. Some laboratories, if we or you request that, can provide a special service for additional fee, about $600 to $1,000, depending on the lab, and define the region. So it will look like milky pink, region Tanzania. And in Tanzania there's just one place where the mine spinel of such color. Actually, not just in Tanzania, but in the whole world. Therefore, in that case it can only be Mahenge spinel. If you pay more, they can even indicate this area exactly in the certificate, and you'll see something like light pink, Mahenge, Tanzania. So you can do it if you want. Let's see what else I wanted to tell you. I wanted to tell how the spinel was found. So there is such a company, International Ruby Limited. It is an international company mining rubies. They're constantly looking for rubies around the world. And when they were doing geological investigation in Mahenge region, they found minerals which usually accompany ruby stones. So the company sent the expedition there. They successfully found the ruby, but the quality was very low. You'll see it soon. But at the same place, nearby, they also found this spinel. So one hill here is ruby mine, and the very next one is spinel one. However, local ruby stones are awful. Not our style at all. So that was a little intro about Mahenge spinel. To sum up, it is very unique gemstone, mined just in one place in the whole world, and demand for it several times bigger than offer. Therefore, there is a queue from investors and buyers who want this spinel. So it's indeed a good decision for investment, because among 1,000 Mahenge spinel, there will be 3 to 4 really nice ones. I'll show you later in this video. Okay, let's watch some video cuts from my journey. And at the moment when I find a car, I'll comment how I managed to get there, because there were many interesting situations. A few words about Mahenge town, which is not exactly a town, but hutment. Nothing to see, so you'll be passing by, just pass it. However, the nature around is stunning. It's the hotel where I stayed. Quite old, but very cozy and clean. You see, even real parquet on the floor. Inside everything what is needed. So the village itself is ugly, but the scenes are breathtaking. Very beautiful. Mountains, multi-layered jungle. It is 9 a.m., but the fog is still here, because on mountain it's a bit chilly. All the locals are wearing something warm. And here I encountered for the first time in Africa the problem which I used to have in Indonesian islands. There is no food. Here people cook at home. On the market they don't sell anything ready to eat. The meat and fish are not cooked. There is no street food. It just doesn't exist. There are two bars, Tango and Riverside. I visited both of them yesterday. Locals drink beer there. I persuaded to cook for me some fried eggs and potatoes. Half I ate at once and half left for dinner. No, it's okay. And that was all the food which I managed to find. Forget about supermarkets, shops, or any kind of 7-Eleven. There are no any, of course. It was exactly the same situation in Indonesia. Here's my driver arrived. Am I going to show you the view? No, I guess I'm not. It was very beautiful here. Please, meet the driver and the driver. This time I have two drivers. The second one is a backup driver. Oh, I can't see anything through that fog. So here there were magnificent mountains and amazing view. But I'll make some videos while driving. It started raining a bit. But I found that. Look. Locals are drying clothes. Very beautiful. I love such weather. But locals consider it to be very cold, like freezing cold. We arrived to this opened by the government special office, where all the deals are supposed to be done. No taxes would be lost. But there is nobody here today. Why? Because it's too cold today, the weather is too bad to work. This is a kind of governmental minerals trade center. They take 7.6% from each deal. And that works for some reason. They manage to take everything under control somehow. And everyone comes here for selling or buying. Okay, now we'll try to look at some local house and then go to the mining. It is very beautiful around mining spot. Hills, forests, mountains, nature. I tried to film as much as I could, just holding the phone in my hand like that. So you watch the beauty of nature, and I'll continue speaking. It's better than just watch me talking. Some people write to me that I'm coming to buy gemstones for a song, from people who have never seen the white man, etc. They accuse me that I buy stones for $5 and sell for thousands. But look, it's quite the opposite actually, because when locals see the foreigner, they think we're millionaires. For example, I arrived to this Mahenge village, and I needed to get to the mine itself somehow, providing that there is no proper road there. I was looking for some off-road car. As I saw something suitable staying along the road, I would come up and explain the situation with the help of my translator. Do you know how much did they want for delivering me there? 1 million, or $800 or $1,000. And I was like, listen, I don't want to buy your car, because with that money I could buy both his car and a house. I just want to rent it for 1 day. So it was very difficult to bargain. Finally, I managed to get the price of $250 for 15 kilometers ride. So, as you may see, a foreign face make them give you insanely high prices, not cheap ones. The same with buying gems from the mine. If you're a novice and you come for the first time, be sure to get the prices even higher than in Moscow. I know a lot of stories like that. What concerned this trip? It was the most difficult one in terms of the road. Firstly, I had to fly from Zanzibar to Dar es Salaam, the capital of Tanzania. Then we drove from there about 500 kilometers. We were on the road for 2 days. However, asphalt was perfect. You'll see in the end the part with monkey. Maybe just the last 20-25 kilometers were just some earth road. Why did it take so long? Because they announced stupid rule about the speed limit, 50 kilometers per hour. Moreover, there were some stops, and so on. As a result, the average speed was about 30 kilometers per hour. And I also got in the situation which always happens to sleepy or shocked or even excited tourists. When I was in Dar es Salaam, in money exchange I gave cash and passport, then took the changed money and left. So 1 week has passed. I still didn't realize that my passport is not with me. So after 100,000 kilometers, I found out that I had left the passport. I hear a lot that African people are greedy. So when I was on my way back, I was boarding on a vapor to Zanzibar, and that very moment I realized that the passport is gone. After a bit of thinking, I understood that the only one place where it can be is money exchange. I took the taxi and went to the airport where the money exchange is located. There were awful traffic jams. I was met by a very respectable lady. She respectably weighed about 100 kilograms. She checked my country, date of birth, and name and returned the passport. And she didn't even take any money, just told not to forget it again. So you see, there are a lot of good people everywhere. But even if she had asked $1,000, I would give her, because it was a dead-end situation for me. If I hadn't gotten my passport back, I would need to go to the embassy to receive the special papers, which I would have to use to fly to Russia, and then I would have to wait there for 1 month, while the new passport is ready, or 2 weeks at least, with all the briberies. Therefore, in total it would cost me more than $1,000. So those people really could make some profit, but they appeared to be good. There were several of them. They all just waved back to me with smiles, and that's it. Another interesting moment which I forgot to mention when I was talking about diamonds. Everything what concerns minerals is strictly supervised by law. Revenue department is super tough. I don't know how they did it. Take the Mahenge, for example. It's a village in mountains, but all the deals are going through that special office. Everyone really pays those 7.6%. And they're really afraid of breaking the law concerning mineral trade. I suggested to go and do it privately at home, but no. Only in the office he says, like, I don't want any troubles. It's better to go to the office. So they really managed to build a system that works. And along with that, locals are complaining that the government is greedy, taking their 7.6%. I always answer that you don't even want to know what taxes we pay in Russia. You probably even won't believe. As I support the idea of legal business, I think that's right. Well done. It seems like nothing prevents them from selling quietly gems in their houses. But everyone still goes and trades openly in that small office house. Another pleasant moment which nurtured my vanity is that when I arrived to Mahenge, where just about 300 people live in total, I met 3 Sri Lankan guys. They've been living there for a long time already, as they're gem buyers. And all 3 of them know me. Me, Sinner Gems, and my Sri Lankan partner. Treated me with great respect, even invited me to visit them at home and cook food for me. There is a problem with finding food for travel in Sri Lanka, as I mentioned before. Of course, it was very pleasing that our efforts and adventures bring fruits. They even told that they were trying to watch YouTube. It's difficult for them to understand what I'm talking about, but they enjoy pictures a lot. For me, it's very pleasant and important to know it. Okay, let's go on. Further, there's going to be video with some gems, which you guys brought me to show. There will be several samples, which were shown to me by different people, at different places and at different time. I just gathered all of them here. I think it will be easier for you to watch. And you'll see that, like I said, there are very few worthy stones. And the price of fine ones is growing rapidly. There was about 30 to 40% jump in price over the last year. When I think how cheap we were selling Mahenge 5 years ago, it feels like the knife in my heart. If I had known before, I would never sell those stones. The price was about $700 per carat, or something. And I also want to tell how my good luck turned out to be this time. In the beginning there was one guy, Thomas. He's a keeper. When the gems are mined, all of them are brought to him. And it happened so that there were some funerals. And almost all people were gone. Just few still were at the place. And among them it was Thomas. Exactly the one we needed. Of course we became friends. I've got his WhatsApp number. So through him now, I can not only get the videos and photos of the finest stones, but also legally, with taxes paid by them from him. He'll be sending stones to my office in Arushi. I already mentioned in previous videos that I've got office, company and partner there. So in Arushi we can cut the stones and send further. So of all persons who might have stayed there while everyone was gone, it was him. Thomas also did one very strange thing. My opinion about African people is already changing, but yours maybe not. So, Thomas told me that the next day, at 9 o'clock in the morning, he would come to show me some interesting samples of minerals and crystals. Not to sell, just to show, because I told him that I need it for my YouTube channel. So he definitely knew that he was not going to make any money. And the next morning, exactly 9 a.m., he arrived indeed, although without stones, just to apologize that he couldn't do it, as he wasn't allowed to take minerals out. Such behavior would accept more from some European. However, it appeared that African also happened to act like that. So there are many people, and lots of good ones among them. One more thing about people. When I arrived to the mine, I started to point at some crystals which I liked. I meant to buy them as souvenirs, just to keep on a desk. And when I was asking the price, most of people were willing to give them for free. Some guys with a great doubt would ask $5, but the others would start pushing him to give it for free then. As I was their guest, I still gave them some money, as I think that's not fair. They work hard all day, and without them this business wouldn't work. But just the fact that they were ashamed to ask money for those stones, it really meant a lot to me. So, if you like camping or trekking, I do recommend that forest around Mahenge. I would spend couples of days there with a tent with a great pleasure. It was unforgettable, especially that cloudy weather and fog. Very beautiful. So let's watch the process of mining. Just look, what a view! Very beautiful. The black rocks are amazing. And we just passed super beautiful forest. We were told that there is spinel there as well in that forest. But it's protected by government. It's a national park. Good for them. The road is not easy. So here's the car which is going to take me to the mine. These guys deliver petrol there every day. Returning from a Mahenge mine. Cool! This is that national reserve which I mentioned before. Huge trees. I can't even guess how many meters high. These ferns are actually higher than me. And black marble rock around. And very interesting moment for me. Here was another spinel vein, but the government refused to permit mining on this territory. This forest is really big. We're driving through already 1 hour, and it's absolutely beautiful. Here the border of the National Reserve. Further it's human buildings. I assume that it also used to be the forests, but now all the trees beyond the border are cut down. At least they saved something. And again, if we believe the internet, would accept them to cut these forests immediately, as soon as they found out about spinel, the Mahenge. If they really were so greedy as people consider them to be, they would. It is the registration book for everyone who arrives here. Name, date, purpose of visit, etc. Here I am. And if you look closer, you'll see that over the last 10 years there were just 2 more foreigners, both from South Africa. So I'm the third. This is the answer to your question, where are other people who buy stones from the mine? You see, here there were only 3 of us. This is the place where the mine Mahenge. Okay, this is Mr. Thomas, the keeper. Ruby International Limited.
Company Limited.
And over there it is avocado. Avocado tree. Yes, it's avocado indeed.
Yes, yes.
This is their office. All valuable stuff is stored there. Stones, dynamite, celery, money, everything. The most important place. This place is very important in mining.
Yes, yes.
So, okay, what are we going to see?
We are going to see at the pitch there how deep is and how they remove the dust from downwards up to upwards.
Okay, nice. Let's go.
We are going to see the instrument which used to remove the dust from downwards and upwards. Yes.
Okay. Yes.
Okay, this is a machine which can, this is like a forklift. So this can go downwards to take the dust and remove.
This is the special electric machine which lifts the goods from the mine or lets them down. We're going to see the mine soon. Work from generator.
The generator
Okay.
there.
Окей.
Yes.
Так, ну тут, в принципе, все понятно. Окей. Yes.
Here you can see the vein.
Получается, проходит жила, вот мы сейчас...
At both sides we see the mountains.
Вот у нас проходит...
And here the vein goes like that.
Так вот, идет.
It's under me now.
Подо мной.
So it's about 50-60 meters down.
Yes.
Где-то метров на 50-60 она уходит вниз.
How many meters long?
How many meters long?
Where?
Yes,
Yes.
There. The picture.
1 kilometer.
Kilometer. I think, yes.
1 meter. 90 meters.
900.
900.
Yes.
Yes.
No, I mean, spinel goes far. How many meters? Or kilometers? You don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
It goes far, but nobody knows how far.
Мы не знаем.
Up at the next village there.
Approximately till the next village.
50 meters.
Maybe 50 kilometers from here.
50. 50. На 50 километров.
At it downwards, so straight.
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 Yes.
It goes far.
Really far away. Okay,
Все понятно.
here it is dump.
Валы, и это где уже добыли.
Starting there.
Everything started there,
Показывает
that far away.
вот там, вот то, что сейчас по центру, вот там все началось.
So the vein is really long, but the color and quality is not always good.
Качество не везде хорошее.
Let's move along.
Дальше.
It's the second spot where the mine.
Где разрабатывают, вот там этот,
Here the Land Cruiser motor does the lifting work.
все.
It's a special device.
Устройство. И смотри,
And as you can see, it's the very Land Cruiser motor.
круизера. Yes, Land Cruiser.
Yes. Very cool.
Причем вместе с
You see, together with the seat and everything.
двигатель сам.
Good idea.
Good idea.
Good idea.
Вот местные кулибины такое соорудили.
Okay, let's go.
Let's go.
So I see you can put people inside the spot, yeah? Or whatever you call it,
What or how you call it? Yes, and
and put them down.
down.
Yeah, inside we call it Dungania.
Dungania. You can put some workers to Dungania.
Тунгания.
Yes, people are each other.
Okay,
Ага.
Go
I
downward.
see. So here they don't use any step.
Step.
The step of this forklift.
Ага.
We are two ways. We have to use this one.
So you've got dangerous ways and very dangerous ways. There are two options to go down. Option number one is slippery stairs.
Лестница.
It's almost the same like I was going for tanzanite. But there it was dark and I couldn't see all that. Here it is scary even to look at it.
Мне вот сейчас даже страшно, я стою.
Option number two is to put people here and let them down.
Садили людей вот сюда. И их спустили.
But our friend says that the cable may snap.
Оборваться, что такое бывает. Но
It happens.
несчастный случай на стройке, конечно, может быть. Это понятно.
They also have to fight with coming waters constantly.
Идет дождь, набирает,
If it rains, you have to pump it out.
там человек ее откачивает. И они перекачивают. Когда вот туда, на самое дно набирается вода, да? Они ее перекачивают.
Firstly into that tank,
Резервуар, который повыше, вот там он, видно его. Вон там. Вот там вот, да? И потом
and later over there.
туда. Здесь
Every day new fuel arrives for pumps.
вот как раз мы же приехали.
It's staying over there.
Вон у нас
The cisterns in Ukraine flag colors.
украинский флаг.
The guys must be Ukraine patriots. Here we see snow white marble,
Во Вьетнаме, кто смотрел, белый мрамор, прям белоснежный, да?
and spinel is somewhere inside.
Панель,
This little black lot is graphite.
графит.
It is what we use in pencils, for example.
Например, мы пишем.
So they explode this, just like in Vietnam, then use sledgehammer to break big stones.
Как и во Вьетнаме.
Because marble is very fragile, it breaks, but spinel doesn't.
Редкий, да, он разваливается,
Sometimes you can find even whole crystals.
остаются.
Putting the explosive.
Technology is very easy, just like with tanzanite.
Танзанитом
Do you see the hole here?
есть. Сверлят такие вот.
There you put the blast.
Закладывают взрывчатку.
And then the rest is cracked into smaller pieces with a hammer.
Уже доделывают работу. Это вот кусок скалы.
Do you think there is any spinel inside this rock?
Inside here can have
No, nothing.
nothing.
It's totally empty, so the workers left it here. Okay, let's go.
Let's go.
Here we have the heart of the mine.
This is heart of mining.
The heart of the mine appeared to be some huge generator,
Made from
made in Japan. They must have brought it here by some off-road, because there is no normal around.
how you bring it here?
So this is the electro generator for all purposes, lifts, pumps, etc. It also provides energy for the miners' settlement.
Это на каком-
But today there is no work in process, and it's off.
на каком-то вездеходе, видимо,
Today it's another funeral, and everybody is there.
хрень огромную сюда притащить.
It's good, otherwise it would be too loud here.
И он дает электричество для подъемников.
This is just like standard service station. A few words about geology.
Вот мрамор. И
You see this piece of marble with this greenish spot.
поймаю зеленое образование.
This is called House of Spinel.
Зеленое они называют House of Spinel, дом шпинели.
Inside there must be spinel, but very low quality one.
Такое видят? Там есть шпинель.
Too many inclusions and so on.
Там шпинель очень плохого качества, которая не ювелирная, которая вся во включениях и т.д. и т.п.
If the color is blue, like my t-shirt,
Футболка вот такая.
then the quality will be very good.
Качество вот такое.
I didn't know that.
Очень круто. То
It's super cool that you can know the result before you crack the stone.
значит, какого качества там будет шпинель? Это интересно.
It seems like the guy found the blue one. No, he didn't, but he's got this.
Вот когда вот
So if you encounter the same thing but blue, it means the good quality spinel is inside.
в Вьетнаме такого не было, там прям в мраморе в белом шпинель сразу.
I didn't see something like that in Vietnam actually. And this is very new mine.
Совсем
They just got to the vein.
разработка,
Now they're draining water.
пока только подобрались к жиле,
After they will blow some more and drain water again,
воду взрывают, выбирают материал.
pick up the material and so on.
И, собственно,
So we started over there.
вон там получается
You
жиль
see the vein comes to us,
мной
then it continues under me and go on 50 kilometers behind me.
разведана.
The guys brought some samples.
Примеров
Here we have such a nice tiny crystal,
приятный
right in marble.
в породе.
And the color is through Mahenge, matted pink.
Он такой матово-розовый.
I can tell that this is something from previous bunches, because they don't have pink here now.
Кристаллик.
Now they have more reddish ones.
Так, дальше. Вот тоже
This is a bitter good example.
пример. Это прям уже шпинель.
This one is suitable for cutting, but too small.
Гранки, она совсем микроскопической станет. Мрамор тоже красивый. Так, и сейчас я вам покажу. Вот смотрите.
And this is what they were explaining before. This is the house of spinel.
Вот он здесь
Here the color is yellow, and spinel inside is very bad in quality. You cannot cut it.
сувенирный экземпляр.
It's just a souvenir.
И говорит, что
But if the color is blue, then spinel inside is going to be very good.
красивое, хорошего качества.
Another one?
Смотреть.
Yes, I know that.
Такая красота. То есть
You see, it's really hidden inside of the walls.
от нее совсем
That's why it's called the house.
да, как в домике, поэтому так и называют. Дом шпинели.
This one is not so interesting, but still nice.
Но все равно посмотреть интересно.
You see, the quality of the rubies is low.
Но они здесь очень плохого качества.
A lot of inclusions, many cracks, and the color is much to be desired. These rubies are also from Mahenge.
Рубины. По сути, это не ювелирное качество вообще.
So we can just go there to.
Окей, go, yes.
Here we have amethyst in the middle.
Аметист по центру.
This one, I don't know what it is. They say it's spinel, but it's not. Something yellowish-green.
Зеленая.
It could be alexandrite. If so, the price would be about $20,000.
$1020.
And the rest is top-quality spinel.
Шпинель очень плохого качества. И
It's useless.
вообще ничего. Совсем.
Only this crystal is interesting just because the natural shape is very rare. It's not suitable for cutting. A lot of inclusions and many cracks. Some more examples. These are just something what workers snatched from the mine in the pockets. Some of them are even suitable for cutting. They're still too small, and the color is a bit pale. We walked a little bit further. It's a brand new spot. They just started digging. But they already got 200 grams of material. Material doesn't mean gems. It may be something like these crystals. But it's not for jewelry. So among 1,000 stones like this, you'll probably find one worthy. And before the mining began, just in the earth, they found this cool mineral. Here there is some spinel as well. Also not for jewelry, just cool souvenir. By the way, those crooks who I was telling about the other time sell such thing for millions and billions of dollars. They send it for certification and sell. Here's just trash, you can just throw it away because it's useless. You cannot cut it. Another bunch of samples. I wanted to pay special attention to this stone. I just need to find the right light. However, all of them represent typical Mahenge color. A bit reddish milky pink. Today there is no light, so it looks dark. I'm trying to catch the light, but there is no sun. It is the Jedi color. My eyes see it, but not the camera. A bit better, but still not the same. It's the very Jedi color. It's beautiful. Some more crystals.
When we met with this at the spinel, you can't get quality. You can't get quality spinel.
Here there's something blue. It's not spinel. Nobody knows how it's called, but everyone knows that if you see this blue thing, there'll be no good spinel. Here we see much better examples, suitable for making jewelry stone, with typical colors. Milky pink with neon glow. It's the classic Mahenge. It is very cloudy today, but the color is still visible. And there are a lot of inclusions, but this is okay for Mahenge. Here the color is a bit different. Kinda milky pink neon color. Very nice. This color is different as well. Here it's interesting that it has many hues. A bit carroty. All of them are very good quality. Here we see very bad quality again.
It's good, yeah?
Вот, и хороший,
It's really difficult to find a good crystal.
очень тяжело. Вот
Most of them look like this.
из 1000 камней 99,999 они вот такие все.
This is also interesting to see.
Момент.
All spinel is from Mahenge.
И она вся с месторождением
Just look how many different colors.
цветов. Я сейчас хочу...
I will show you a couple of them under the light.
Цвет. Сейчас, секундочку.
These crystals are very interesting, but again too small.
То есть после огранки,
After cutting it would be about 0.3 carats.
но все равно интересно посмотреть на такое, да, я думаю, что...
This is not something you can see every day. Let's take a good look at some of them.
Смотрим поближе.
This is something new.
Я не слышал и не видел, что, оказывается,
I've never heard of twilight spinel in Mahenge.
это самая натуральная, моя любимая сумесь.
It's my favorite one, but I couldn't imagine that they mine it here.
Бывают, они прям утверждают, что ее добыли именно здесь.
I still don't know if it's true or not.
Нет, но вообще я...
It is the very first time when I see it.
Вижу это впервые.
Maybe I'm even the very first one of foreigners who found out this fact,
Я вообще первый, который об этом узнал из иностранцев.
because usually twilight spinel is mined in Burma or Sri Lanka.
Я не видел ее
Don't think it arrived here know how.
таким образом. Так, еще момент. Вот у нас
Here we see very typical neon Mahenge.
да, Mahenge.
We are always familiar with it,
Видели, знаем.
but I'm not familiar with this kind of spinel.
И, ну, по крайней мере, я точно, я не видел и не знаю. Я не видел таких вот
Very gentle pastel pink.
прям пастельных таких тонов, да? На Шри-Ланке
It's baby pink.
Вот
I've never seen such color before.
мне кажется, если найти покрупнее камешек, будет очень интересно его после огранки посмотреть. Так, и вот
And this one is something alike but with gray hues.
такой.
This is also a surprise for me.
Серый, лиловый, не знаю,
So many findings.
оттенки такого цвета добывают.
I guess if I stayed here for 1 month, there will be a lot of discoveries.
Вот смотрите, сколько сразу новостей, да, за одну поездку. Я думаю, что здесь, если здесь пару месяцев пожить, то мы узнаем очень много всего интересного и нового.
Another piece of spinel with a typical color and neon glow.
Цвет
But not for cutting, of course.
есть эффект, но, конечно, он тоже не ювелирного качества, огранки не подлежит совсем никак. Ну,
Although a nice souvenir option.
на такое всегда интересно. То есть это такой сувенирный вариант больше, скажем так.
And who is it?
Кто? Правильно,
Right, this is Chameleon.
прогуливается. Очень
I almost stepped on it. Nice guy.
такое мы любим.
Yani amechukua ni kama sample, yani sio kwamba anaenda kuuza. Yani kwamba walazimishi.
They cannot bite as there are no teeth. So cute.
Так, пусть гуляет. Так, где он? А, вот он. Отпустим.
This is the very new one.
Самое новое, которое...
They just started to blow some rocks.
И вот смотрите,
So much rainwater.
воды.
And over there it's a tiny generator.
Генератор.
Right there.
А, вон он.
It will take about 1 week to drain all this water.
Такой же.
I wonder who decided to set such a small generator.
Невозможно, конечно. Это так
It's just a waste of petrol.
просто.
This bird's disguise level is 80. The color is exactly the same as a stone. If I hadn't moved, I wouldn't even notice it. The second attempt to show you the valley and the village. If we can call it a village.
По нашим меркам это вообще хутор, который называется Mahenge. Вот, на самом деле.
Over there are beautiful mountains, but we can't see them right now. So everything is green and well cared. There are houses. Of course, with such climate, there are no provoke with agriculture. And as I understand, this area doesn't suffer from water shortage as well. There is a river down there. It often rains, and fogs are regular and dense. So the locals have good life. If you work, of course. No work, no food. Hey, what do you think you're doing? Off the road, you all! So, to conclude, is the mining of Mahenge going to finish soon? No, it isn't. Will it be cheaper? No, on the contrary. The price will be growing rapidly. It's like with orange garnet on Paraíba tourmaline. If you watch me, you know what it is. Because there's just one place in the world where you can find them. Like Mozambique rubies. Because you see, when centuries ago the earth layer was being formed, many circumstances led to this result. Crystals with such color, so the chances that there will be another one exactly the same are very low. But even if it happens, well, we can see the similar situation with Paraíba. It was mined only in Brazil first, but later it was found also in Africa. Did it become cheaper? Not at all. It's still growing. Rubies. They were mined in Burma. Then it was found in Africa. Did the price drop? No. It's the most rapidly growing in price gemstone, even though Paraíba is catching up. So the same will be with Mahenge spinel. The color is unique and bright, but it always contains inclusions. There are clean stones, of course, but it's super rare, so we don't take them into consideration. Good material is also very rare, just 3 or 4 fine stones per month, and there are way more buyers. So it's a good option both for investment and for jewelry. You also ask me if there can be such a situation where the prices just drop. I don't know such situations. Now the white diamonds are going down. But I told you before that the white diamond balloon was being blown over the last century. So now it's logically getting smaller. Nobody is doing something like that with Mahenge. I showed you that there were only 3 foreigners there, including me. And this is, by the way, another proof that many sellers are not completely honest, because some of them claim that they buy from mining. If you see something like that, send them my video and ask what mining do they mean. And about my plans. I guess it's the last long video from Africa. Now I go to Montenegro for 2 months. I need to close some real estate deals, and I want to see my friends and family. As soon as I get free time, I want to make video encyclopedia about tourmalines, sapphires, etc. A lot of work. We also need to bring back the best gem of the week. I miss that too. And I have a question for you. As Montenegro has very rich history in terms of tradition, cuisine and architecture, the Greeks lived there, the Romanians lived there, Everywhere castles, museums and so on. Do you want me to make video walks around? Because in every city there is an old town. And I thought before that everyone has been to Montenegro like in Turkey. But no, I noticed that many people don't know much about it. Even Thailand is more known than Montenegro. So if you want videos about Montenegro, let me know in comments. I'll make some videos then. That's all. Goodbye everyone. Stay safe and have a nice day.